One of the biggest animal abuse and hoarding convictions on the Suncoast is sent to be back in front of a judge. The owners of Napier's Log Cabin Horse and Animal Sanctuary Rescue are appealing their 2015 convictions. And as ABC 7's Bobette Yates shows us tonight, the case is set for oral arguments in 2 district court of appeals tomorrow. Bobette?
Yes, Alan and Cherie Napier were arrested after hundreds of animals were found on their property living in deplorable conditions. And while they're convicted for multiple counts of aggravated animal abuse, they've maintained their innocence and are now asking the Court of Appeals to step in. One by one, dogs, cats, and horses were removed from the Napier's Log Cabin Horse and Animal Sanctuary. The raid was conducted by the Manatee County Sheriff's Office in February 2013. At the time, Dave Bristow, MCSO's spokesperson, described the horrific conditions.
You can smell out here, so you can imagine how bad it is in there. And a lot of those dogs were in the house, and the house was just absolutely filthy.
The raid resulted in sanctuary owner Alan and Cherie Napier being arrested. Both were convicted on 8 counts of aggravated animal abuse and 1 count of scheming to defraud. Alan had an additional fraud charge and has been in jail since 2015. But since sentencing, Cherie has been out on probation. Now an appellate judge is set to review their case.
In this circumstance, the defense is alleging that the state failed to prove that this was an actual intentional act.
And Marie Rizzo is an attorney with the law place. And while she is not connected with the Napier's case, she was able to break down what will happen in court on Wednesday.
There'll be a panel of judges that will hear the oral arguments, ask questions, and then make a determination as to what the final ruling would be as to whether or not the decisions made by the trial court judge were in fact the correct decisions and rulings or not.
Rizzo also reviewed the Napier's case documents and says the appeal is being done based on 7 different factors. Among them, the opinion that the couple did not intentionally hurt the animals. They also say their fraud charges were unfairly commingled with the animal abuse charges. All arguments, Rizzo says, will be tough to prove.
I believe that the prosecutors will have probably an easier argument to be made than the defense. It's usually more of an uphill battle for the defense attorneys.
Now, if the appellate court finds in favor of the Napiers, they could be granted a new trial or even released. We'll keep you updated on this story.